Hey, I'm Eric Haugen. Check the description box below for tabs and backing tracks on my website, live streams and more on Patreon, and my deep dive courses. So today I'm using a Retro Sound 59, sort of a greeny replica. These are throwback pickups, neck position pickup, into a Car Skylark Special in the tweed setting, no attenuation. Here's just, clean sound. To get the fuzz, I'm using a Wylie electric sitar pedal that doesn't work quite right. The sitar function doesn't work, but it's a sick fuzz. But to clean it up a little bit here, I'm using the Strymon Deco to tame some of the fizzies. So the main thing to notice about the solo, yes, it's going to be mostly B blues, but the thing with Marc Ford that we're going to see today is there's going to be these big weeping bends, somewhat unpredictable bends that go further than you might think, that then lead to interesting clusters of melody that you didn't see coming. That's definitely a Marc Ford thing. And yeah, you can tell if I'm doing this video today that there's a longer Marc Ford deep dive coming. The first lick is very playable. So you got a grace note, vibrato, and it's okay. You actually want that string noise. You want the rattle and thump and scrape and all those things. It's definitely part of Marc's wild and free vibe. That lick makes sense. The next one makes pretty good sense. That's a blues lick, and notice I caught it. You don't have to. But then, because what happens next is that's an unpredictable cluster. I think I pulled that one, so. That's like a 1.5 bend to there. And then the next one's even wilder still. That's a 1.5 bend on that 11th fret, that, G, right? F sharp, yeah. Cool. That lands with a standard blues lick. And then this one makes pretty good sense. And then here comes so that was, I think, the first 4 bars of the solo. The second 4 bars of this short, very distilled Marc Ford wild solo. Yeah, it gets so interesting. He grabs both of these and pushes them up, both those 14s, and it's just nasty. And then lands it with a... That's crazy, because it's a big wild bend, landing, and then going to another big wild bend. Another 1.5, and by the way, now we're out of a higher version of B blues. That's 1.5, sort of leading into the next thing, which is, I won't say stock, but a slightly more familiar lick. And that's it. You could bend it or not. Again, the more importantly is that it's everything. If you're trying to cop his thing, gotta try and be loose with it, just like Hendrix, really. Yeah, and it makes sense because Hendrix is a big part of Marc's thing. If you listen to his earlier band, Burning Tree, there's a lot of Hendrix in that band. And then so much more weird stuff like this next lick. So cool. That to me is that's a lick that grabs you and you go, I wouldn't have thought to put those notes there. So what he's doing there, it's a natural minor scale at that point. It sort of works and sort of doesn't. That's a little jazzy to kind of throw those tones against that riff. I wouldn't have thought to do that. He's cooler than me. All right, and then this next part is wild. because it goes like it does the bend, but then right from that bend on that 16 to more bends, which makes it, yeah, just noisy and wild and unpredictable. And again, don't worry about the string noise and stuff like that. So to review, definitely study this one, practice it slow. The thing is, you do have to get that nasty tone to even do this one for it to come out the right way. But the thing, I'm putting together a longer video. The main thing I start to notice about his leads is that thing of a big weeping bend leading to something that you wouldn't have seen before, leading to a little cluster of melody that you're like, oh, okay, that I wouldn't have thought to do those notes there. Again, to be continued next week. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for that one, but also like, subscribe, and share. That costs you nothing and helps me out a lot when people do that. One more time, how my business works. Patreon is where there's every backing track I've ever made, live Q&A, seminars, and more. I update that every week, and I make courses. You can check it all out on my website. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself.